Hi, welcome, welcome. We are doing 10.2 today, which is page 121 in your note guides. So we're going to be talking about more circles today. A central angle is an angle with its vertex at the center of a circle, and its two sides are radii. So radii is from the center to the edge. The sum of all, so sum means you add them together, of all the central angles in a circle is going to add up to 360 degrees. So this angle here is 84. The other angle here, this large angle, and 84 have to add up to 360 because that's one complete revolution. So for an example here, angle ABC is a central angle because it's coming from the center of the circle. ABC, always put the vertex in the middle, is 84 degrees. The degree of the arc formed by the endpoints of the central angle is equal to the degree of the central angle. So if the measure of arc AC, here I'll highlight these for us so we know. Here, let's say we have AC right here. AC is going to be 84 degrees. Now, if I wanted a DC, notice I have three letters, and we talked about this in our definition last set of notes. A DC forces me to go this direction to get from A to C. So this is my orange one. A DC is going to be 360 minus 84. And I get 276 degrees. There we go. Okay, so that is pretty much the entire idea of what we're doing today. So if we come here, JK, really what I do is I don't even look at this. I would look at this paper and I would answer everything I know. That's where I would start. So I would say if this is 21, this over here would also have to be 21. This over here, because look, it goes through the center, it has the dot, that means it goes through the center. Half of a circle is 180. 180 minus 21. I get 59, 159. Now I would go and answer everything I know. Well, central angle is 21. The arc is also going to be 21 degrees. Angle JNM, this one over here, these are vertical, so if this is 159, this is 159. KL, so the shortest route from K to L, if the central angle is 159, the arc is 159. JKM, so notice I go JK. So I don't go from J to M this way, the short route, I go JKM. So this is 180 plus that extra 21. And I get 201. And I want MK, but I want to go to L, so MKL. It's almost the entire circle except for this piece right here. So I'm going to take 360 and I'm going to subtract 21. And I end up with 339 here. It's like a little puzzle piece, add, subtract, take away, figure out what is missing. Go ahead, we are going to do 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and pause and then come back and check it. So if this central angle here is 87, the arc right here is going to be 87. This is 72. This angle will be 72. Notice that this is a diameter, which means it has to be 180. So I'm going to do 87 plus 72 is 159. So I'm going to do 180 minus 159. and I get 21 for this spot. So those two together were 159. Subtract from 180, I get 21 here. Notice now that this is a diameter, so these two have to add up to 180. 180 minus 72. And I get 108. And then again, these two right here, these three right here. Anytime you can take a ruler, that sometimes makes it easy to see. If I have a ruler, I can see, well, that has to all add up to 180. These here, all three of those had to add up to 180. Down here, those have to, these two right here have to add up to 180. And notice that they're vertical. So we knew this was 72 as well. So there are lots of ways to figure them out. Use a ruler if you need to see like that image. The straight line sometimes helps. Okay, these end up being 72, 21, 108, 93, TW. So T to W, I'm going to have to add 72 and 21 together. T, VW, I'm going to do all of this minus that part. So you can either add these three together or subtract those from 360. Either way, we should get 267. Okay, again, pause, do 3 and 4, and then come back and check. I'm going to talk through what I figure out. Well, this is 34. If this is 90, this is a diameter. This is 90 here. This is a diameter. This is 90 here. Well, these two then have to add up to 90. So 90 minus 34. Minus 4, I get 6. 56. So I get 56 for this right here. And I should be able to answer everything. CD, 90. F to D. I'm going to do 90 plus 34. I get 124. DCF. 180 plus 56. Did I do that wrong? DCF. About that. So right here we have DCF. We have 180 plus 56. So I'm going to get 6. No, add the 1. 236. We get 236 here. For some reason I was adding that wrong in my head. It wasn't working for me. GDF. So go GDF. So it's everything except for the 56. So you can add them all together, or you can take 360 minus 56, and we end up with 304. So again, pause, fill these out on your own. 19, this is going to be vertical. So this over here would be 19. Subtract 19 from 90. I get 71 here. This over here is 90. These two have to add up to 180. 180 minus 90. No, minus 19. I get 161. So once I do that, I can go ahead and answer my questions over here. PQ is 71. SR is 161. QRT, 180 plus 19. QRT. 180 plus 19 is going to be 209. No, 119, sorry. 199, oh my goodness. 199. I'm tired. This is even the middle of the day. Sorry, oops. PSR. So this one again was 180 plus 19, and be 199. PSR. is everything except for these two. So I would probably take 360 minus 71 plus 19. 910 is 90. So when I subtract that, I should, and I already knew that was 90, obviously. So PSR is 3 of those. It's 270. PS, 90 plus 19. This one is going to be 1. There we go. Anyway, be really careful because it's easy to mess up. Have a calculator, work those out correctly. I'm going to come down and do this one here. Now, we want to solve for x. I know that this right here and this right here intersect. If this is 103, this is 103, which means, the way I drew these right here, that this over here, these together have to be the same as this over here because they're vertical. So these two arcs have to add up to 103. 18x minus 2 plus 15 equals 103. 18x plus 13 equals 103. Subtract, I get 18x equals 90. When I divide this, I get x equals 90 over 18. So if you don't know this right away, you do know those are both divisible by 9. So when I divide by 9, I get 10 over 2, which is 5. So even if you don't know that division immediately, you could solve it. Go ahead and do 5 on your own. I'll give you the answer to that in a minute, and then answer this one on your own as well. Pause. Okay, this one up here, these two add up to, notice that this is a diameter. So those two have to add up to 180. When you solve that, you should get 12 up here. Down here, these two are vertical, so they're going to be equal. 10x minus 22 equals 8x plus 12. 2x equals 34. X equals 7. 17, 17, 17. X equals 17. So, what I want to do now is if x equals 17, can I plug it in? 10 times 17 is 170 minus 22. We get 148. This will be 148. Subtract from 180. We get 32. Here and here. So if I want AD, it's going to be 148. If I want CD, it's going to be 32. I want BDC. I can add these all together, or I can take 360 minus 148, and I should get 212. Okay, so there's lots of ways you can do these, and they're kind of fun. They're like little puzzle pieces. Figure out a piece and make it work, and the circle adds up to 360. I really like this section. So I'm going to pause and go to the next page. We're going to go ahead and skip 8. You can do it if you want, or maybe we'll do it in class next week. Let's go ahead and do 9. Pause, see if you can set it up for yourself. Anything you know. Notice this is a little bit tricky. I do not, that is not a diameter. I do not have any diameters here. But if this right here is 90, what do I know about the other ones out here? All of them would have to add up to 360. So I could take 8x plus 90 plus 10x plus 9 plus 21x minus 12. I'm lining them up vertically here. So 90 plus 9 is 99. Minus 12 is going to give me an 87. So I just kind of combine like terms immediately if I line them up. So my x is over here, 10, 21, I get 31x, plus 8, I get 37. No, wait, 31 plus 8, 39. 39x. All of those add up to 360. When I go ahead and subtract, I get 39x equals 273. Go ahead and use your calculator here. When we divide, we should get x equals 7. Now you can plug that back in and see what you get. 7 times 10 is 70, plus 9, I get 79 here. 7 times 8 is 56. 21 times 7 minus 12, we get 135 here. Now just to confirm that I did it correctly, because that was a lot of numbers and I'm not really positive, excuse me, I'm going to add these all together. 135 plus 56 plus 90 plus 79. What should they all add up to? I messed up. 135 plus 56 plus 90 plus 79. And we get 360. So I know that we did it probably correctly. When I go through and I answer these then, I get 135. YW, add those together, I get 146. YX, I get 79. V, X, W. I'm going to just subtract the 56. So 360 minus the 56, or you can add them, the other ones together, but subtract that, I end up with 104. Okay, this next thing that we're going to be doing is arc length. The length of an arc is a proportion of the circumference. I set this formula up every single time. It's a proportion because it's arc length. It's the length around the circle. Got my handy dandy circle maker. I'm going to draw one over here for us. Let's say we have a circle and we want to know not the entire circumference, but this portion of the circumference. Okay, so I don't want the whole circumference, I want the part of the circumference. So I'm going to put the part of the circumference that I'm looking for up top here. That's where that piece will go. Over the entire circumference. Remember, the formula for circumference is 2 pi r or pi d. Now, x degree measures of arc, just the arc itself, the other side. So this is the length on this side, this is the degrees over here. The degrees that we're looking at over 360, which is the entire circumference, the entire degree. So we want to set up a proportion here. I kind of set up this little chart. I want the part on top, the whole on bottom. I want the length or circumference over here and the degree over here. So I want, if EB is 15, find the length of CD. CD is this one here that I'm looking for. So first, I'm going to do 168 or 180 minus 68. When I subtract 168, I get 112 over here. That's the degree of the arc I'm looking for. So that degree goes on the top. That's the part over the whole degree. Now, I'm looking for that length right here, the highlighted length. So I need the circumference, which is 2 pi r, 2 pi 15. I get 30 pi. Every single time, if I can simplify here, I want to simplify first. I divide by 4. I get 28 over 90. Again, I can divide by at least 2, and I get 14 over 45. So I'm going to cross multiply this. The length is going to equal 30 pi times 14 divided by 45. So I just multiplied this 30 pi over here. I can divide this by 5, making this a 6, making this a 9. I personally prefer, what else do we do? Not only could we divide by 5, we could have divided by 15. So dividing again by 2, or by 3, I would get 2 over 3. So this is going to give me 2 times 14 is 28 pi over 3. You can go ahead and do a calculator for that, but this is the more acceptable answer. I think if you plug that in your calculator, you get approximately 29.3. I don't have room over there. Let's go ahead and set up 11, see if you can solve 11, come back and check. NR is 8. NMP, this whole thing right here. So if this is 162, I'm going to subtract from 180. I get 18 here. I get 18 here. So I'm looking for my length. My circumference is 2 pi. Radius is 8, so I'm going to get 16 pi down here. The whole degree, this never changes every single time, no matter what, 360 goes down here. So you always know that. Now the degree that we're looking for 180 plus 18, which means we have 198 up here. Okay, again, simplify if you can. If you are working out as a calculator decimal answer, you can just multiply it across. I get 16 pi times 188, 198, 198. Why did I write that wrong? My whiteout is my favorite. I make tons of mistakes. 198 divided by 360. So again, you could divide those and simplify. Then I could divide by 4. Divide by 2. See if 198 is divisible by 3. I could divide this by 3 and get 66 over 15. I could divide by 3 again. I can get 22 over 5. I end up with 2 and 22. I get 44 pi over 5. So again, I just simplify as much as you can. If you put it in the calculator, though, from the beginning or here, if I did 44, I'm going to do the symbol pi divided by 5, I end up with about 27.65. So either of those are going to work. Let's just do one more of these, number 12 right now. Go ahead and see if you can set it up. Remember, every single time, no matter what, not going to change, you're going to put 360 down here. BS, the whole length is 12, which means what is half the length? What is the radius? The whole diameter is 12, the radius is going to be 6. I want UT. So this right here. Well, if this is 127, I'm going to get 53 here. These are going to be 90, so this is going to be 27. The degree part right here, no, not 27, 37. So the degree part here is 37. 2 pi r, 2 pi 6. My circumference is going to be 12 pi. And the piece that I'm looking for, that's where my variable is. Okay, 37 is prime, so I can't simplify that, but I do end up with 12 pi times 37 all over 360. I can divide that by 12. I get 30. So I get 37 pi over 30. which is approximately 37 pi 3.87. So these are our answers. Good luck. Come back if you have any questions. See you next time.